So Australia's next. The new album. Are you going to be doing some songs from that? What's going on with the shows? You're going to be playing?
Yeah, we'll do a couple songs that are new from that. By the time we get to Australia, we'll have a better sense of what we are playing live. We've been playing mostly the same fucking songs for the last year and a half, and it's kind of funny. I mean,
have you found them evolving, or are you getting sick of them?
In Sonic Youth, we would always sort of change it up, and I remember for years we would only play like the newest songs that we had, much to the chagrin of people in the audience, like who wanted to hear like Teenage Riot.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even go near it. It was funny because it was somebody outside of a gig in Melbourne in the 90s. I think the late 90s we were there, and we were sort of in this place where that's what we were doing. We just kept playing like whatever was on the new record, and that's all we played. And even if we came back for an encore, we would play like, some of the deeper tracks from that new record. We would never play anything before it. And that was what we did as a band. And to me, that was like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be like a new band every time we go out. It's like, just pretend we never existed before and you're hearing us for the first time. Well, that's all fine and good to say that, but there's always people like, man, I wish they played Cool Thing or Teenage Riot, or these songs that kind of like have some kind of
I can't wait to,
some kind of, some kind of radio play or whatever. But I do remember some girl coming up to me outside of this Melbourne concert and goes, are you just going to play your new record tonight? And I was like, yeah, that's what we do. She goes, can you please play these songs, the White Cross and Teenage Riot? She goes, can you please just do that? I mean, because I really want to hear those songs. I was like, well, we haven't rehearsed those at all. I don't know if we could play them. And so we did what we did, and it was fine. But her plea sort of stuck with me. I thought, like, I know what she's talking about. Like, when I go see a band, I kind of want to hear these songs too.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think that's what really sort of changed my thinking. And when we got back to the States, the next time we went out on the road, I pretty much said, like, let's look at our catalog. Let's start doing some of the old songs again, because it had been a few years, and from that point onwards, we did that. Except for the Daydream Nation tour, we did that. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, I mean, whoever she was in Melbourne, she's the one who convinced me to move away from that.
Hello, mysterious Melbourne.
But for this band, yeah, we'll be playing mostly the band songs from The Best Day. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of songs from Psychic Hearts, the record from '95 that I did.
First solo record.
Yeah, Steve Shelley plays on that. There's a couple of songs on. I mean, there's two other records I did. One was called Demolished Thoughts, and one was called Trees Outside the Academy. I think there might be a song or two off Trees Outside the Academy that I'd like to sort of learn. I don't know. Who knows what we'll be doing? I mean, we'll definitely be doing a couple of new songs, or maybe we'll be doing some new songs on any record forthcoming or whatever. I'd like to do, or maybe we would do a cover song.
Oh,
which I always want to do, but we never really do. I always talk about it, but
if you had to do one, what would it be? What's the one that's been nagging at you, going, I'd really like to reinvent that?
I think. Well, maybe. There's so many good songs. I mean, but you could do sort of a classic rock song like by Led Zeppelin or something. Mm-hmm. But no, you can't get away with that. And I always think of doing that because James Edwards teaches guitar to students, and he uses the Led Zeppelin songbook quite a bit. And he's recognized by Jimmy Page as a great London guitarist. He is really good, and so I think about that. But no, there's certain obscure punk songs that I always wanted to do. There was a LA punk band called The Germs.
Derby Crash.
And I always like to do. I did a Germs song actually on one of my solo records but I always wanted to do that song, We Must Bleed. There's a song by Flipper called Sacrifice.
Uh-huh.
I like to do that song.
Or
If we could do a cover, I'd like to do that song "Sacrifice" by Flipper.
you heard it here first. Well, we'll see if you chuck it in.